Cowboys Nation, what's going on? We're back with another exclusive, and this one is big. I mean, really big. This offseason, your Dallas Cowboys have been grinding behind the scenes. The front office knows the expectations are sky high, and they're doing everything possible to sharpen this roster, position by position, to bring home the results we all want: playoff wins and, ultimately, a Super Bowl. Before we get rolling, I need y'all to do me a solid, smash that likes button right now to show your support for the channel and the team. It helps more Cowboys fans find us, and it lets us keep bringing you the news first. All right, let's talk about two major stories heating up in Dallas. One, a potential future star joining the backfield, and two, the latest on the contract situation everyone's watching: Micah Parsons. Let's start with the buzz around TreVeyon. Henderson, the explosive running back out of Ohio State. And folks, this dude isn't just another draft name. He might just be the next game changer in Dallas. Reports are coming in that the Cowboys are showing serious interest in Henderson, who just wrapped up a stellar career with the Buckeyes. According to insiders, Dallas is among a short list of teams that Henderson has already visited. We're talking about face-to-face meetings, not just Zoom calls. Other teams include Carolina and Cincinnati, but Dallas, they're doing their homework up close. This guy is built for the modern NFL. He's been described as one of the most complete backs in the 2025 class. What sets him apart isn't just his speed or his ability to break big plays, although, trust me, he's got that in spades. It's his willingness to block. TreVeyon Henderson is a running back who wants to protect his quarterback. That's rare these days, and coaches absolutely love it. And let's not forget, Dallas has a history with Ohio State backs. We all remember Ezekiel Elliott, drafted 4th overall in 2016, who took the league by storm his rookie season. Nearly $2,000. Scrimmage yards and 16 touchdowns? Zeke gave us some unforgettable years. Now nobody's expecting Henderson to go top 5 like Zeke did. The league's shifted, and running backs don't get drafted that high anymore. But Henderson is still considered one of the most exciting players in this class and is projected to go somewhere in the second round. Let's break it down. Last season, Henderson split carries with Quinshon Judkins and still managed to rush for 1,016 yards and 10 touchdowns. That's the second time in his college career he's crossed the 1,000-yard mark. The guy is NFL ready, and the proof is on tape. The moment that really put him on the national radar again: the Cotton Bowl semifinals, Ohio State versus Texas. Henderson takes a simple screen pass and turns it into a 75-yard touchdown. Gone. That's the kind of electricity Dallas is missing in the backfield right now. So what would it mean if the Cowboys pulled the trigger on Henderson? Well, it could signal a major shift in how they view their running back room. Right now, the team is trying to find stability and juice at that position. Rico Dowdle's a grinder, Deuce Vaughn brings a spark, but let's be honest, this offense has missed a true game-breaker since Zeke's prime. Adding TreVeyon would give Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott a dynamic every-down option. He can run inside, outside, catch passes, block. He checks every box. Now, while the front office is scouting new weapons, there's another situation brewing that we cannot ignore, and that's the contract status of Micah Parsons. We are officially under 2 weeks away from the NFL draft, and Cowboys fans everywhere are asking the same question: when is Micah getting paid? Micah Parsons isn't just the best defender on this team, he's arguably the best defender in the entire NFL. 52.5 sacks in just 4 seasons, impact on every snap, leadership, versatility. There's no question that he deserves to be the highest-paid non-quarterback in football. And yet, the deal still hasn't happened. Let's look at the track record. Dak Prescott got his 4-year, $240 million extension. CeeDee Lamb locked in with $136 million. But neither of those guys has had the immediate impact that Micah has had since he landed in Dallas. So why the delay? Well, if you know the Cowboys front office, you know they love to play the long game with extensions. Sometimes that's smart business. Other times it just feels unnecessarily dramatic. But here's the thing: Jerry Jones always takes care of his stars. It's just a matter of when, not if. Everyone in the league knows Micah is going to get his bag. The only suspense left is how big it's going to be and whether it gets done before the draft. The draft often tells us more than we think. When Micah was selected in 2021, it was a clear signal that Leighton Vander Esch's days were numbered. So while Dallas obviously isn't drafting anyone to replace Micah, let's not get it twisted. The type of players they do draft could give us clues about how they're preparing for the future, but really, if we're being honest, getting Micah's deal done before the draft would be a huge win for everyone. It locks up your cornerstone, it clears the noise, and it sets the tone for the rest of the roster. So here's the headline that's got people talking. Dak Prescott says he's ready to go. Yep, you heard that right. The Cowboys quarterback, who's been working his way back from a season-ending hamstring injury, told reporters that if he had to suit up for a game right now, he absolutely could. Let that sink in for a second. The same guy who went down just 8 games into last season says he's back in business. And that's not just good news, it's huge. Now let's rewind just a bit. Last season was supposed to be the year for Dak. He had just signed a monster 4-year, $240 million contract extension, making him the highest-paid quarterback in NFL history, at least in terms of average annual salary. The stage was set, but 8 games in, it all came crashing down. A hamstring injury ended his season prematurely. And to be honest, even before that, the numbers weren't looking great. Dak threw 11 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, and while we all know stats don't always tell the whole story, those weren't exactly MVP numbers. But here's the thing about Dak. The man is a fighter. Always has been. And now, after months of rehabbing, resetting, and focusing on the comeback, he says, quote, "I'm where I want to be." That's powerful. Dak shared this update at the 35th Annual Children's Cancer Fund Gala, an event he supports year after year. And when asked about his health, his message was loud and clear. He's not just healing, he's preparing to thrive. Of course, he also emphasized the bigger picture. It's not just about being ready for today, it's about being ready for all 17 regular season games and hopefully 3 or 4 more deep into the playoffs. Dak made it clear he's not rushing anything. He said, "It's about being my best in the fall." Cowboys fans, that's exactly what you want to hear. Not a guy trying to be a hero in April, but a quarterback focused on delivering in December and January. With organized team activities, OTAs, right around the corner, the next big question is, will Dak take the field? Here's what he said, and I quote, "I imagine myself being involved in some, if not all." So while he didn't guarantee 100% participation, he left the door open to be active during the team sessions. Now some might ask, why not go full throttle if he's feeling good? Well, let's remember, Dak is 31 years old now. He's been through some wars. Ankle, shoulder, now hamstring. He knows what it takes to manage his body the right way. He even acknowledged that himself, saying, "I understand my age, what I've had, what I've went through." That's wisdom right there. Dak's playing the long game, and it shows a level of maturity that's crucial if this team is going to go all the way. Now let's talk legacy for a second. Because when you look at Dak's body of work, the numbers speak for themselves. 6-46 career record, 31, 437 passing yards, 213 touchdowns, 3-time Pro Bowler. That's not just good, that's elite territory. And yet, for all of Dak's achievements, there's still one thing missing, a deep playoff run. And that's what this comeback is all about. It's not just about getting healthy, it's about finally pushing past that playoff wall that has haunted this franchise for decades. Dak knows. The front office knows it. And if you're watching this video, chances are you know it too. So now we've got to ask the real question. Is this the most important season of Dak Prescott's career? I'd say yes. He's got the contract. He's got the experience. He's got the weapons. CD, Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson, and maybe even a new running back after the draft. And don't forget that ironclad defense led by Micah Parsons, who's chasing his own monster extension. The pieces are there. What's left is the performance. Dak's got to lead this team, not just to 10 or 11 wins, but to January victories. That's where legacies are made. So here's the bottom line. Cowboys Nation. The front office is locked in on both the present and the future. They're eyeing a do-it-all back in TreVeyon Henderson, who could bring Zeke-level electricity back. To the offense, and they've got the most dominant defensive player in the NFL waiting for a deal that he absolutely deserves. These are the kinds of moves that shape a championship roster. And with the draft right around the corner, everything is about to change fast. Now, I want to hear from you. Should the Cowboys go after TreVeyon Henderson in the second round? Do you think Micah's extension needs to happen before the draft? Or are you confident Jerry's just taking his sweet time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading every single one. And don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a single update. We've got more videos coming as we head into draft week, so stay tuned, and as always,